It is common to think that our fancy rings or jewelry are made from blacksmith shaping metal by employing fire, hammer, and anvil. Though some of the steps are similar, there are more intricacies involved in creating or designing rings. This introduction to metalsmithing is here to break down the steps involved in fabricating metals into decorative items suitable for adornment. In metalsmithing jewelry, the first step is to manipulate the metal by applying heat to it. This process is called annealing. Annealing reduces the stress within the metal, making it malleable to bend and shape. The next step is hammering, also called forging, which is the controlled hammering to deform and shape the metal. Here, if necessary, the metal is cut and filed to meet the desired outcome. Next, we can go ahead and form the ring. Forming is the process of turning flat metal sheet into three-dimensional shapes. The shaping of the metal is usually done by a hammer and pliers. After forming, we dive into the next step called soldering. Soldering is used to join the pieces together. Soldering is the heating of the two metal surfaces to be joined and melting the solder, which is then allowed to cool and solidify, creating a durable joint. Drilling. Drilling can take place before the ring is formed or after, depending on the plan to fashion the ring. Filing is done to remove excess solder, and sanding removes dangerous burrs that may have occurred from previous steps. Once the pieces are assembled and soldered, the cleanup method applied would be to use acid to remove traces of fire scale on the metal. A headband magnifier is used at this stage, as scratches which may not be visible to the naked eye can be more apparent with magnification. With the fabrication completed, next is the pre-polishing, especially if a stone or gemstone is desired. It is good to pre-polish, as the artisan gains access to the areas under the stones, and it's therefore less risky to remove deeper scratches and marks before the stone is set. Stone setting. Stone setting is a bit of a delicate procedure. The artisan wants to secure the diamond or gemstone without much dramatizing of the material used to fasten it. Consumers may not be aware of the intricate nature of how their twinkling sparklers are kept in position. Microsetting is one method out of the long list of techniques to set stones. Finishing. Here we have the finishing. The final or near completed steps to produce a successful jewelry lies in the sanding, filing, polishing, and buffing for smoothness, comfort, and attraction. There are many methods to apply polishing to the ring. You can start with using a mounted cylinder felt buff, which polishes the inside of the ring. Other polishing methods include the application of a compound such as rouge. Some artisans may choose to not use compounds and would prefer to use a 3M radial disc or the steel shot tumbler. Those that can afford to may use a bench polisher for high polishing. Once the desired polishing is achieved, various textures and finishes can be applied to specific surfaces of the ring. This is done to add character or enhance the design of the ring.